Clemson.
So Hunter, this kind of goes back to football and everything, and question for you as well. Everyone has like what makes them take their mental edge. What is your edge that you found in football?
Playing free and keeping things simple.
Yeah.
I think I played so much backyard football as a kid, where I just go out there and have the time of my life.
Right.
And I think people get so worried about like what they're doing after the game or how they play, how it's going to affect them long term, and all this other stuff. Man, I just go out there and I just have fun playing with Derek, playing with all the guys on our team, and just playing free. And so that's my mental edge. I never try to overcomplicate things. I probably could watch more film than I do, but I also don't want to have too much in my mind going around. I rather just feel it, play it, and then study what I have to do to make myself better.
Yeah, I think for me, my edge has always been mental, at the quarterback position. And I think that my mental edge allows him to be a little bit more free.
Yeah.
You have to have pieces, we talked about this earlier, on a team that fit together. Not a lot of similarities. If we all just didn't watch as much, or if we all studied way too much, you have too much of the same thing, it's not really a good thing.
Yeah.
He studies a lot more than he gives, lets out. But at the same time, it allows me to put him in situations. It allows me to check the things and get him to where he doesn't have to think, okay, if Derek gets to this, I'm going to do this. If he gets to this, I know I got this. And, this is a team that does this, then I know I should do this or this,
Yeah.
And he can think more that way, and I can think of the why. I can more put him in that position. So whenever you have guys that can play together and use each other's strengths, I think letting him play free is the best thing we could do. Like Ole on some routes, we'll just draw a whole bunch of lines up there, and he'll be like, Hunter, do whatever you got to do. Just get to that spot when Derek needs you, and the timing of the play and all of that and the progression. So you have to have coaches that let you play free.
Yeah.
You have to have that, and Gruden definitely let him play free. Ole definitely lets him play free.
Yeah.
EB is a
a
little step-by-step kind of guy,
Yeah.
but even EB sees what he's special at, and he's like, all right now, House, he'll let you get away with some stuff, and it's good. Yeah, oof. Yeah, he'll let him get away with some stuff, but I think you got to let people be them, you know, and I think that's what makes him free, and what makes me be me, and my edge is the mental side for sure.
It's like we talked with Derek Hunter like earlier, where I was like, do you feel like sometimes you have to confine to like how like the quarterback should be like a certain thing?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever think to yourself like, oh, I'm not running like a 4 flat 40, or I'm not like 6'3" jumping up there?
No, absolutely. I got to do things that other people don't, that are 6'4" and run 4.3s, and that can are freaks of nature.
Yeah.
I got to outthink them, learn how to You're constantly trying to lie to the DB and tell him and go against his habits. And so you're trying to always think about, what is the DB thinking if I do this? How is he going to react if he sees this? And so you're always trying to, give him a mental picture that lies to him. And so that's what helped for me. And then, Derek, I would say your strength is, and something that it's been fun to watch and be a part of, is at the end of games, we know you're going to play your best football. Fourth quarter, game on line, 2-minute drive. I mean, he's not messing up. If we don't get it done, it's on us. And that's so fun to be a part of, because this man is intense at the end of games, ready to go.
Especially like even as a fan, like when it's like we're down like however many points at the end of the game, like, oh, we're chilling. Like let's not freak out until there's no time left on the clock. Like we're good until there's 0-0 on the clock.
Got the Kobe mentality.
Well, thank you. I did the same thing though for these kids listening. And my kids do it too, and it's funny, I never taught them this, but I would always be like, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
I mean, I still do it in my pool over here shooting hoops by myself, throwing to all right, Dallas, 3, 2, 1, and they're trying to make the catch to win it. There's something about, I got all them reps from when I was a kid.
Right.
Them things matter.
I've never missed either.
Yeah, no.
Because the's always been a timeout
Yeah,
right
there's always been a
before.
timeout.
Yeah, there's a foul.
Or I miscalculated. It's like, oh no, 3, 2, 1. You always hit it.
A little more time.
I've never missed.
I don't know what Michael's talking about.
I used to do that in my driveway as a kid, and it didn't help out. It didn't work out for me, but it was all right. I'm glad it worked for y'all, man. Really happy.
Yes, it did, bro.
It was just
On the
funny to
golf
say.
course?
It was funny to say.
On the golf course?
Okay.
Game on line, you're going to make the putt.
Hunter, now that you've been in the NFL for a few years and you're kind of developing and more establishing your own sort of style, and it's a little bit different than even other slot receivers and other wide receivers. Are there any receivers in the NFL now or kind of older that you grew up watching that you try to model your game after and replicate?
Whenever I'm asked this question, I'll always, even though Sammy Watkins, we have no similarities in our game really, I'll always mention him because I grew up watching him at Clemson. He's like my favorite receiver of all time.
Really?
So I love Sammy Watkins. Cooper Kupp is someone that I love to watch for being 6'2" and the way he can get in and out of routes and, cross the DBs up. It's fun to watch, watching him on film. We do a lot of similar stuff that they do. And then, I like watching Cole Beasley as well, just because he's very in and out of his routes. He changes pace a lot, and I think that helps him. And that's something I've tried to taken from him is just, sprint and then kind of jog and then sprint again and burst and, just never have the DB be able to key on the speed of your route. Because when you burst, the DB's thinking, you're going deep. And so, I don't know. I love watching them. There's so many guys in the NFL I love watching. But those are, two guys that.
You got to play against Sammy. Did you geek out a little bit?
I did, yeah. I never met him before.
Did you get jersey swap yet?
I did.
I'm so excited.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I was like a kid in a candy store. I went up to him. I was like, awesome. Jersey swap.
I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch more, you can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Harvester Sports.